Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back for another reading. No matter what time of day it is that you have found this message, I am super grateful that you're here. All right, let's get into today's topic and download. So this one kind of spirals off of yesterday's message. Confirmation right up front, speaking about energies that are beast-like or energies that are feral, energies that do not have concern for the populace and just general concerns about the needs or what would be helpful for humanity. These energies have their own focus, and it is based on this focus that their energy moves. And so this came up in the reading yesterday, and actually it was so interesting because that reading was really more of like, it was a download focusing on how collectives were in a space where they were dealing with, feeling like things weren't moving, there wasn't much happening, things have kind of gone quiet or silent. And that spirit was basically saying, this is a time of rest. Get ready because you're going to be busy. So it's interesting that as we got into that reading the other day, more information came out about why collectives was going to be busy, not just with the projects, the things that you're working on, the good results, the doors that are opening for you with your soul path journey and your soul path work, but also because there is a great transition or shift that is happening in this timeline that will affect many. And so the role that the light workers, the collectives, those who are here awakening to their soul path mission, how that awakening ties in with this transition in our timeline. And for those of you who are helpers here for this timeline, how that affects your workload and what's coming. So yes, the reading yesterday took a broad swing in a different direction than what I thought, and it got into some energies that came out on the table through the roll deck, which can happen. That's a very powerful deck. Anytime I pick it up, I'm ready to hear some really strong truths. So today we're going to move a little bit deeper into that energy. Definitely, this is a general message for the collectives. This is not a personal reading. If you find anything here brings in a energy of fear or anxiety, more than likely this is not your message. And definitely there's going to be some energies that we're talking about here that could be viewed as metaphorical, mystical. Some people or individuals view these energies as real beings. So it just depends on how the energy resonates for you. Please do take the energy as it resonates, and please do listen responsibly. So when we listen to tarot, when we listen to oracle and guided messages, the responsibility is on the listener to make sure that they are connecting with the information in the appropriate way, or that the information is actually for them. Okay, guys, so we are going to look at the Chat GPT, which is an AI-based system. And the reason why we're going to look at this today with today's download is because this came up in the previous reading that AI might have something to do with a device, a tool, a system that these beast-like energies, so these are energies that are feral and have zero concern for the populace and how what they're doing affects them. So there was something in yesterday's reading about these energies utilizing AI for some purpose. And it was so interesting because right after that reading, later that afternoon, I had a download that these energies might be likely to utilize AI and state that AI did something on its own that they actually intentionally planned to utilize AI for. So, putting it simply, AI would be the scapegoat for something that they were planning to do and intending it to have a certain effect, these energies, and then blaming AI for it as if, like in the movies, the suggestion is that AI will eventually just go bonkers and start doing things outside of what it's being told to do. When really, we know that if it's a program, someone has to program it. But based off of that concept and that belief that AI is this scary thing that can do all of this stuff on its own, they could utilize it as a scapegoat to blame it instead of taking accountability or taking the blame for something that they intentionally put in motion or set in motion. So this was really interesting. Now, I want to mention I've had to record this part like 3 times. This is a very challenging message to get out because it really flies in the face of systemic energy. So we'll see how well this video does once I release it. But we're going to go ahead and go over to the AI Chat GPT and look at the term Archon, because that's what we're going to be discussing today, is what Archon energy is, okay, the ancient beliefs about it, and how that metaphorical or literal energy might be affecting the globe during this timeline. And that includes the light workers and the collectives, because they are here during a specific time period where those gifts and abilities that they naturally possess and have awakened to might truly be in high demand in short order here because of some of the shifts and changes that are happening in our timeline. And I'm going to drop the word might and say most definitely will be needed. And this is why yesterday's reading kind of took the turn that it did. I'm starting to understand more as I've pulled more cards and just kind of tapped into that energy more. So with that being said, I truly hope that this recording works. So I'm going to go into the information from the Chat GPT and let you know what AI thought about the topic of the Archon energy. If you're new to this, definitely hang out for a moment. You can learn something new about this term. If this energy resonates, definitely please leave a comment in the chat below. So AI has described the term Archon, A-R-C-O-N, or A-R-C-H-O-N, as associated with metaphysical, spiritual, or esoteric discussions. Archons are said to be non-physical entities described in ancient Gnostic texts as forces that can influence human thoughts and behaviors. So now it gives an overview based on the different perspectives. So perspective number 1, the Gnostic tradition. So in Gnostic teachings, Archons are considered rulers or cosmic beings that govern aspects of material reality. They are often seen as obstacles to spiritual enlightenment, trying to keep humanity bound to ignorance and illusion. Wow, guys, this energy is super strong. Super strong. So evidently, based on the Gnostic tradition, these energies or these beings And it's interesting, the term rulers was used. So some sort of powerful energies, entities, or beings that oversaw or oversee material aspects or aspects of our material reality, and that they're not too keen on seeing humanity go into a state of enlightenment. And as a matter of fact, they tend to keep humanity in a state of ignorance or illusion, or want to keep them bound to a state of ignorance and illusion. Now, number 2, this is the second perspective AI gave, and this is the energy perspective. In modern spiritual circles, archonic energies may refer to negative or parasitic influences that feed on fear, anger, or lower vibrational states. These energies are thought to disrupt personal harmony, create conflict, and distract individuals from their spiritual growth. That's really powerful. Now, number 3, this is interesting. I want you to really pay attention here. The interpretation in today's context. It says some interpret the concept metaphorically, equating archonic energies to societal systems, toxic mindsets, or collective unconscious patterns that limit freedom and self-awareness. I'm going to read that one more time. Some interpret the concept metaphorically, equating archonic energies to societal systems, toxic mindsets, or collective unconscious patterns that limit freedom and self-awareness. Now, why would AI see archonic energies in this way? Well, that's because there's been some information uploaded in its database, or information that has been spoken about in this manner in relation to this topic, because it didn't program itself. So, very interesting. So then it goes on to say, in how to deal with archonic energies. So the first area it talks about is awareness. So recognizing patterns or influences that don't serve your higher purpose is the first step. This is what it says about archonic energies. Raising vibrations. Practices like meditation, gratitude, and love-based actions are said to neutralize lower energies. Number 3, protection. Techniques like visualization, grounding, and invoking higher energies, and it gives the example of angels and guides, can help maintain spiritual integrity. And number 4, discernment. Staying informed and connected with your inner truths help you navigate and rise above any such influences. And then it goes on to ask me, does this align with your understanding or experience? There was about 3 other time periods that I looked up the archonic energy and found similar responses through ChatGPT. So I want to just kind of dig into this energy a little bit more. I want to use the story cubes. We're going to start there and then just pull a few cards. This might be a topic that I come back to a few times because it's such a deep topic, and definitely is something that is affecting the entire globe at this time. Whether you view archon energy as actual literal beings that are very powerful and have power over physical attributes in our experience, and want to limit and hinder the ability for humanity to grow into a state of enlightenment, or whether you view this as a general archetypal energy that pops up in our experience as a form of polarity that we are here to learn and grow through and overcome. Whether you view this as just something that happens energetically that we have to work through within ourselves because we are learning how to evolve within ourselves and are overcoming energies that are limiting. However you view this energy, definitely this is a topic that is affecting everyone at this time. So we're going to pull some things here. Let's start with the story cues. And we need to pull 4. Wow, guys, we have protagonists, we have wind, future, and accident. Protagonist, wind, future, and accident. Let's go on ahead and pull some energy here just to get some clarity on these areas that popped up with the story cubes. We're going to pull from the Truth Oracle to begin with, just to kind of confirm what the story cubes is speaking about. And of course, the energy has been cleared. The cards have been pre-shuffled. I'm just giving the deck a little shuffle here before we pull. And guys, my throat is a little dry today. I'm not shocked. There's throat chakra energy with this topic. So if I need to stop and drink some water, please excuse. Okay, our first card out. We have talent, born with features and personality. Talent. Interesting. Spirit, let's get some clarity on the talent card in relation to the story cubes in our download for today. What do we have here? Oh, let's see. Intuition, sixth sense, intuition, and subconscious. I think I know where this is going. We have like 3 that flipped. Okay, let me just kind of reshuffle here because there we go. Thank you, Spirit. There's some sort of unfinished business here. It's not over, back and forth, baggage. So we have talent, intuition, and unfinished business. We're also talking about some sort of protagonist energy. Wind. Why am I getting winds of change that will affect the future? Because that was our 3rd cube out. And some sort of accident. Jeez, guys, this is reading like this is reading like a bad sci-fi novel. And by bad, I mean one that's like dystopic. So what I'm picking up here is there's some sort of protagonist that is doing something that affects the winds of change that will affect the future. There's some sort of accident that happens or occurs due to that. Maybe it's not something the energy intended fully, but it's something that occurs due to some actions that they were taking. And more than likely, this energy is something that's more like an archonic energy, an energy that's very forceful and focused on their goal, their purpose, without really considering a lot of the factors around what they're doing and the results that could actually, I guess, things that could happen due to the course that they're taking. They weren't, whatever this energy is, or these energies aren't thinking fully about the big picture. They're very focused. But whatever these energies are doing are definitely affecting the winds of change and the future. So there might be something that occurs. That's why the accident cube is out. Something that occurs due to their focusing on, just this one area and not really paying attention to what's happening around it. They're one-track minded. That's what's coming in. These energies are talented, meaning they're energies that are here that are, maybe these energies are very intelligent, very smart. They're in positions that allow them to be able to utilize their talents, skill sets, and abilities. There's something here about intuition or sixth sense. I think that these energies that are coming out here, some of these energies might even be similar to the collectives in the way that they have gifts and abilities, but it's the way that they're utilizing them. They have intuition, they have the ability to be able to tap in some kind of way, but it's the way they're utilizing their energy, because talent and intuition is in the upright. Normally when things are in the upright, I look at that as collectives energies, but this is not collectives energies. This is some other energies associated with this archon energy. Whether it is the archons, I don't know. I feel like these are energies that are working with an archon-like energy, or energies plural. So these energies are talented, they have abilities, they have gifts, they have intuition. They're in their south node, they're not using it properly. There's some sort of unfinished business. Something here about something not being over, a back and forth energy, or some baggage. It could be that these energies that are working in connection or in concert with these archonic energies, the reason why they're working and utilizing their gifts and abilities in a south node manner might have something to do with their life experience here in this timeline. They might be energies that have emotional baggage. It might have something to do with early life experiences and why they've chosen to take the path that they're on instead of taking a higher path. And by a higher path, I mean a path that serves humanity, instead of being focused on what they can gain from taking this south node path. They're more focused on what they can gain and what they want to accomplish and what will serve them than what will serve humanity or the greater good, putting it simply. And it probably has something to do with some past experiences, something they went through. And it's not to make an excuse for these energies, but it just might explain why they're kind of already in their south node. And so it would be very easy for them to roll into doing some things that are not in alignment or not beneficial. It's easier for these energies to do that. Wow, Spirit, I'm not going to stay in this energy very long. It's not good. Let's see what else is here. Just trying to understand. That's a big clump of cards. Let's see. What do we have here? Yeah, we have the change card. There's some sort of transformation or evolution. There's some sort of change that is coming. And we had in the story cube something about the winds of change and how that affects the future. There is a change coming. That came in the last reading. That energy came in strong. Independence is in reverse. Oh dear. Yeah, independence is in reverse. And then we have the crown or royalty card in the upright. Owner, master, top level. There's some sort of change here that wants to come in that removes independence or the ability to be as independent. And this card has to do with freedom, leadership, and initiative. So there's an energy here that works against an independence type energy. And this energy that's coming in is some sort of leadership energy. Because of the Crown card, it could be a political energy. It could be some sort of organization, group, or energy that has control in some form. And due to this energy coming in, there's a struggle here for independence. And it's part of the change that I'm picking up in this reading. And then on the bottom of the deck, I have uninvited guest. Surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. These energies that are in a position of authority are some sort of change that affects the energy of independence, or the ability to be a free thinker, a free leader, to set your own initiative. There's an opposing energy here to that, and it creates an opening for some sort of uninvited guest. I don't know if that's just the change, a moment of decision, a surprise, an accident. It's interesting, the uninvited guest card has the word accident on it, and guess what cube we had pulled just before that? We have the accident cube. I think we're talking about an actual event or events. I don't think we're talking about a person, a place. I think we're talking about a shift or a change in like events that are happening during the timeline when this energy is active. I think that's what we're talking about here. Spirit, any other information here on this? Did we get something that flipped? No? Okay. Anything else out of the Truth Oracle, please? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, we're going to put that deck down. Ay, ay, ay. Let's take something from the Pink Tarot here. This is a reading that's probably going to take a few times for me to go into this. So I'm just going to pull some energy today. But so far, I mean, the energy is yikes, guys. It's really big energy. It's bigger than a reading. We're talking about a shift in the timeline, a major shift in the timeline. But it's an awakening. It's a mass awakening, because it's going to be something that affects everyone in a way that individuals will have to pay attention. They can no longer put their heads in the sand. I think that's what I'm picking up. Let's see. No, let's see if there's nothing here from the Pink Tarot. Okay. All right, messages. So right off the bat, we had 10 of Cups here. Possibly a water sign or a Pisces, or maybe someone associated or an energy associated with this has this in their chart. Doesn't have to be. This is a general message. Something here about, reaching that ultimate manifestation of divine love, harmony, blissful relationships, alignment. Why is this coming out? Because this doesn't seem to match this energy. Spirit, can you please help me to understand more about why the 10 of Cups came out? And it's in the upright too, guys. Okay, let's see what's over here. Can you help me to understand more about the 10 of Cups, Spirit? Two of Wands, fire, Aries. It's in reverse. Something here about personal goals, inner alignment, fear of the unknown, fear of change. Okay. Interesting. More clarification, please, Spirit. The Emperor. It's a person of leadership. Something having to do with an energy in a position of leadership. Didn't we just talk about the crown? Why did it literally fall on the crown oracle? Oh my goodness. Owner, master, top level. It's the Emperor. They're in the upright. It's somebody who's in a position of leadership. This isn't somebody who imagines themselves to be a leader. This is an actual leader. It's in the upright. This is an energy that is respected. For some reason, this energy has a fear of change. Oh my goodness. And here's the change card right here. Came out in the oracle, guys. Yes, and it's in the upright. It's coming either way. Change is coming. They have a fear of it. They're afraid of change. That's what's going to spark the event or the behavior that leads to the winds of change that affects the future. It's their efforts to try and keep change from happening. Because the 10 of Cups, it could be that this energy feels very comfortable, safe, cared for, has everything that they want in the present energy. It's not good for everyone else. We talked about that in the previous reading from yesterday. It's not good for everyone else, but it's great for them. They don't want to see it change. They don't want to see it end. And so they are launching some sort of plan to try and keep things a certain way or to keep things from changing. And that's because they have a fear of change. This is a person that's in a position of power, or an energy, or energies, plural, that's in a position of power. Take it how it resonates. This is wild. What is this? This is the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this energy is burnt out. They're tired. They're exhausted. They're in deep contemplation. They're restless. They're stressed out. Something has changed. I pulled in the oracle before we got to the tarot. Changes in the upright. It's already happening. This is the awakening. This is people in energies stepping into their soul path purpose. This is energies understanding what's happening on the planet. Energies tapping in with what's happening on the globe. Energies seeing some of these background energies for who they are and what they are. They're no longer able to hide that. This is that. They're stressed out about it. We have the moon in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, there's the deeper things are being shown. The moon is in reverse for these energies. They're not able to see how to move forward. They're looking for the deeper understanding of how to move forward, how to make this work, whatever this energy is they want to keep things in. They are not able to figure this out. Release of fear, repressing emotions, inner confusion, misinterpretation, darkness, insecurities, all of these types of energies that are affecting our timeline. People are able to see more clearly what's happening. And we also see tons of information on social media, in other forms of media besides the standard media that hides things. We see more information coming out, talking about what these energies are doing. It's not hidden anymore. Then we have heartbreak. 3 of Swords. So suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow. A lot of these energies that were involved with some of these things that were hidden that are coming to the light, are dealing with a lot of heartbreak, suffering, grief, sorrow. Their relationships are ending. They're in fear because this major shift is happening and they're not able to stop it. They don't know what to do. A lot of the energies are just kind of sitting and waiting to see, what do we do next? This might be a first for these energies, seeing this facade begin to crumble in the way that it is. We have the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's a loss of emotional control and manipulation. So there was a lot of misuse of power here with these crown type energies, and they're losing their ability to be able to manipulate and control. There's too much information moving around. And that might be something having to do with, like, where they want to affect change. They want to shut the information or the energy that moves the information down, but they're not going to be able to, because that change is already happening. It's too many energies that are aware of things, and so they're not able to reverse it or make it stop. And then we have the Three of Wands in the upright. Preparation, progress, foresight, expansion, overseas, opportunities. This is in the upright. So on both sides here with the collectives, this could mean, getting mobilized to get in motion, to begin new enterprises, new projects, new connections with new soul groups and communities to help support this new work associated with the change and the shift. Expansion, whether that's personal or just expansion, working with others and reaching out to other groups. Even overseas opportunities. So some of the collectives are literally moving geographically to new places, new locations, to continue with their work. For these energies, that could mean that they are trying to find new ways to connect with others, to keep their agenda or whatever it is that they're trying to keep going. They're trying to find new ways to connect in the energy to, I guess, propagate what it is that they want to see happen here. They're trying to find new ways to access the energies that they need, because a lot of those energies have been cut off. A lot of the energy siphoning, a lot of the work that they were doing to keep collectives bound and in place, to keep them in a state where they could not grow spiritually, intellectually, monetarily, a lot of that has been cut. So they're no longer able to access some of these groups that they were able to suppress in the same way. And so now they have to figure out a new way to move forward or to move their plans forward. So there might be some energy there as well. Guys, this is deep. I did not know, once again, it was going to get this deep. And I'm still in the middle of my work day. So I'm going to just jump back on again and pick up on the energy. But right now, what we have here today, just so far in the second reading, touching on these archon energies, is we have like the root meaning, Gnostic meaning of that term, and what that really means, which is energies that really try to suppress humanity and are not about enlightenment of the beings that are on the planet during this timeline, but rather more of like enslaving beings to ignorance and bondage. And so these energies work to maintain control and power in this way. That's what the archon energy is. It's really a type of archetypal energy. And we're seeing through the cards today, through the oracle and the tarot, some different ways where energies in this timeline, individuals who have incarnated in this timeline, are being affected by these archon energies. And really what their intention and purpose is to keep things the same, or to keep those who have incarnated into this timeline stuck so that they can keep things the same, so that there is no change, so that they can experience what they want to experience, regardless of how it affects others. So it's a very self-focused, self-centered energy that does not regard others. That's what we're seeing so far about this Archon energy. Wow, that is wild. So I'm going to pause there for this reading, and I'm going to come back later today and post another video associated with the Archon energy. But definitely, if you have comments, questions, thoughts, please post those in the chat. Definitely, you can email me. My email is in the description box. And feel free to, if you want a reading or, have questions about this reading, please feel free to email me there. But we'll pick it up again later, guys. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe if you are finding the videos interesting, resonating with the information in the videos. Definitely, that is an energetic form of donation that is greatly appreciated here. I want to give a shout out and definitely gratitude and thanks to my subscribers and to those who are visiting the channel for the first time. Little deeper topic today, but I think it's a super important one. So once again, guys, my name is Ora-gen. This is the Ora-gen Channel, and I will be back with you later today with another reading. Love and light.